What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can scrape Google Maps data and add it to a Google spreadsheet like this one by setting up a simple automation on make.com. Let's get started. I'm going to use this free tool called Apify to scrape Google Maps data. Apify is an incredible tool with pre-built actors for web scraping and automation projects. Create an account on Apify, and after creating an account, head over to Store. And then on Store, search for Google Maps and click on Enter. And now we have 42 tools that we can use to scrape Google Maps data. I'm going to choose the first one that says Google Maps Extractor. Now, for our Google Maps Extractor, we can search for restaurants in New York. We can search for only 5 restaurants. We'll click on Start to start the actor. You can see that our tool succeeded in scraping 5 restaurants in New York. So here's the place name, the street it is at, the city, state, the website. Also, it's telling us if they have a website or not. We're getting the name category and the Google Maps URL to the specific location of the restaurant. If we go back, and this time around we try scraping real estate agencies in New York, we're going to click on Save and Start. The tool will start running. That our tool succeeded in scraping real estate agencies in New York. And here are the 5 real estate agencies that is scraped from Google Maps. We're getting the place name, the city, the state, their website. We're also getting the Google Maps URL to the specific location of the real estate agency. Since now we can scrape specific searches from Google Maps, let us set up an automation that is going to add the results to a Google spreadsheet like this one. We're going to use make.com. On Make, I'll search for Apify. Then click on Apify. On Apify, I will click on Run an Actor, since we would like to run our Google Maps scraper actor from Make. I'll click on Add to create a connection, and then it will require me to add an API token right here. I'll click on My Profile on Apify, and then on the right, I'll click on API. I'll copy our API token right here, and then head over to Make. Here, I'll rename my connection and add the Apify token that I just copied over here, and click on Save. With our connection created, I'm going to choose our actor. Our tool is called Google Maps Extractor, so I'm going to choose our actor right here. I'll select Yes to run synchronously. And then here we'll need to input our JSON. Back to our tool, I'll click on our tool right here. On our tool, I'll click on Input. And then here, you will see Manual or JSON. We'll click on JSON. And then we are going to copy this JSON right here. So copy it, then back to Make, we'll paste it right here. You can choose to format it using a JSON formatter. I'm going to use this tool to format my JSON. So here, I'll paste our JSON, then click on Process, then click on Copy to Clipboard, then head over to Make. Then you can delete this and paste the JSON that we just copied right here. For the build timeout and memory, you can just leave it as empty, and then click on OK. Now to run our actor, I'll just click on Run this module. When we go back to our tool right here, you can see we are running our actor. So we have ran our tool from Make over here. You can see it's finished scraping. Now when we go back to Make, you can see the status was a success and it finished scraping. To get our real estate agencies that are in New York, here I'll add another module on Apify called Get Dataset Item. For the dataset ID, we're going to add its default dataset ID. But first of all, I'm just going to choose to hard code it. So I'll copy the default dataset ID, click on copy, then add it right here. You can say limit to 10, and then click on OK. Now to get our data, I'll run this module only. And now we can get all the real estate agencies in New York. So here we're getting one called Old Brooklyn Real Estate. We're getting its address, neighborhood, the street, the city, the state, website, phone number. So getting details about its location. Is it permanently closed? We're getting so much information about this real estate agency location. Open hours. We're getting all this data right here: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We're also getting the Google Maps URL to that specific location. Right here, we can add it to our Google spreadsheet. We will add another module. I'll search for HTTP module. Then here, I'll make a request. For the URL, I'll search for website. Then click on website over here. The method we're going to use is get. For the body type, I'm going to say raw. Content type will be JSON. Here we'll label our filter as that the website exists, and then the condition will be the website set of equal to, we'd like to say exists, and then click on OK. I'll search for text parser and click on HTML to text. So we'd like to convert our HTML over here to text. So here I'll click on data, and we'll convert our data that we get from here into text. So now we can proceed to add it to our Google spreadsheet. So on our Google Sheet, I'll click on add a raw module. Here, I'll choose our spreadsheet, and then click on our spreadsheet, which is scraping emails sheet. So here, instead of business owner, we can add the street name. And here we can add the URL too. We can just add the website, the business name, or the title, the phone number, email, the street name, and the Google Maps URL. On our spreadsheet, I'll choose our sheet name. We're going to choose sheet 1. Then here we can add our data right here. So for the domain, we're going to add the website domain right here. The business name, we're going to add the business name, which is the title. The phone number, we can choose to add the unformatted or the formatted phone number. I'm going to choose the unformatted phone number. The email, we will update the email later on after we have extracted the emails from the websites. The street name, we're going to add the streets over here. And the Google Maps URL, we're going to add the URL over here. And then click on OK. To add data to our Google spreadsheet, I'll just unlink this and add, use the get data set item as our trigger and run it. So you can see over here, we are adding 2 websites to our Google spreadsheet right here. Because here we set our limit to 2. When I open our Google spreadsheet, you'll see that we have added 2 real estate agencies to our Google spreadsheet. So here I will need to format it the right way first of all. So we're getting their domain, their business name, their phone number, their street name, and their Google Maps. But we are now getting their email address. Now to get their email address, here, I'll click on text parser and then click on match pattern module and I'll it right here. Now here, for the text, I'm going to add this text right here from the text parser. Then here, we'll need to create a regular expression to detect email addresses from the websites. You don't have to memorize how to write a regular expression or a regex. You can use ChatGPT to create a pattern that you can use to extract emails from websites. So in our example, I asked ChatGPT to create a regular expression for me that I can use to extract email addresses from websites. And you can see, like, for example, from this email, I'm extracting the email and the username and the domain from the email using this regular expression right here. Copy it and paste it right here. And then click on OK. With our email, here, I'll update our Google spreadsheet with the email address. So here I'll click on update a row. Then here I'll search for a spreadsheet. For the sheet name will be sheet 1. Then the row number will be our row number here. And the only column that we like to update is our email. So we'll update our email over here. So this will be for the email. This will be for the first part of our email. And this will be the domain name from our email. But we like for the entire email. So I'll choose the first one right here. And then click on OK. Now automation is pretty much set up correctly. Now to see if we are going to find email addresses from our websites, I can choose to delete this. Here, I'll choose to increase our limit so we can try and see automation will find any emails from the 5 websites, and then click on OK. And then here, I'll add an error handler, and just ignore it if it experiences an error. And click on OK. You can see the 4 websites on our spreadsheet over here. Now here, you can see the domains of the websites. You can see here their business name, their phone number, their emails, and only these 2 real estate agencies' websites have their emails available on their websites. We're also getting the street name and the Google Maps URL to the real estate agencies. Since automation is working perfectly, here we're going to return the trigger to the run actor module, then connect this, and then here, instead of hard coding the dataset ID, I'm going to choose to add the default dataset here, and then we can add the limit to 10 instead of 5. Then click on OK. To run our actor, this time around we can search for change. Here we can add the number of gyms I would like to find. Let's say we would like to find 10. And then here we'll add our location. You can say Miami, for example. And then click on OK. Here we've set our limit to 10. That's awesome. And click on OK. To find the gym owners in Miami, add them to our Google spreadsheet. I'll click on Run Once. Now on Apify, you will see that we just ran our tool. So you can see over here, we are looking for gyms in Miami, and we got 10 gyms in Miami. The gyms we are getting the address of the gym, the neighborhood, the street, the city, their website, their phone number, and all these other details, including the URL to the Google Maps of the specific gym. And then if the gym has a website, we are scraping the website. And after scraping the website, we are converting the HTML of the website to text, then adding the data to our Google spreadsheet. Then after adding the data to our Google spreadsheet, we are using this regular expression formula over here to find the email address from the text of the website that we just scraped over here, and then adding it to our Google spreadsheet over here. When we go back to our Google spreadsheet, you will see that we have added, let me add a new row above. So you can see over here, these are the gyms that we just added to our Google spreadsheet. So we've added their domain, their name, their phone number, and only out of the 9 websites that we just added, only 2 of them had email addresses. We're also getting the street name and the Google Maps URL to the specific gym by setting up this simple automation on make.com right here. So by setting up this simple automation on make.com, you can scrape any search on Google Maps and get their website, scrape their website, get their data, add the relevant information to a Google spreadsheet, and then extract emails from the website that we just scraped. And then we're adding the emails to a Google spreadsheet that looks like this. This is a simple automation that scrapes the data from Google Maps using Apify and make.com. If you have a system or an automation in mind that you'd like for me to create, just comment down below in the comment section. I read all the comments, and if I land on your comment and I find it intriguing, I'll come back on a future video showing you how to set up the entire automation from scratch. But for now, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.